Hi folks, Hugo Rivera here with beautiful national natural physique competitor Cecile Bayot, and today we're going to be talking about the ab muscles. And the ab muscles, basically their whole purpose is to bring the torso closer to the pelvis, okay, as they contract. A lot of people think that when they do 1,000 repetitions of abdominal exercises on a daily basis, they're going to be able to show the abs, but that's just simply not the case. The key thing is to lower the body fat via cardiovascular exercise and diet, with diet being the most important factor here. And when you're low enough, like for guys 10% body fat and for ladies 12, then you'll be able to see the ab muscles. So with that said, the key thing is that abdominal exercises are simply going to strengthen and shape the abdominal wall so that when you're low enough in body fat, you'll be able to display them, okay? So now let's talk about how to do abdominal exercises correctly so you can get the most bang for your effort. One often asked question about abdominal training is how often to do abdominals. The key thing to understand here is that because abdominal muscles are mainly slow twitch muscle fibers, they recover pretty quickly and they're pretty high in endurance. Because of that, I like to train them with slightly higher repetitions, and I also like to keep them under tension for around 60 to 70 seconds, okay? You can accomplish that a couple of ways. Either you keep the repetition range pretty high, like around 25 to 50 repetitions, or you can slow down the tempo of your repetitions, okay? Which means that you may take 3 to 4 seconds on the way up and 3 to 4 seconds on the way down. One of the key things that you need to remember is that as somebody who's trying to transform your physique, the key thing here is to feel and squeeze the muscle, not just simply to move from A to B, all right? So what I need you to understand is that when you do these exercises, I want you to really concentrate on the contraction of the muscles, okay? And going through the full range of motion. I want you to contract, hold the exercise at the top of the movement, and then go all the way down, stretching the muscle. So what we want to do is contract and elongate, keeping the tension on the muscle at all times in order to get the best results. Going from A to B, just like this, is not going to do much for your efforts because you're going to be involving the hip flexors most of the time, and that's not actually what we want. What we want to do is to target the abdominal wall. With that said, let's get to the list of exercises that we have ready for you. We'll first start with the exercises that can be done at home, okay? And then we'll continue with the exercises that you can do with more fancy equipment at the gym. So the first exercise that we're going to show is what I call the leg raise and crunch combination, which is basically a combined movement of both the leg raises and crunches. I don't see it done often enough at the gym, to be honest with you, and this is an exercise that is super efficient because it hits most of the abdominal wall all at the same time. Pretty simple to do. Basically, you're just gonna raise your legs up and you're going to crunch at the same time. So let's see, bring the legs up and then down and then up and then down, then up again, down, 4, there you go. Key thing is to exhale as you're moving up, and then you're gonna inhale as you're going down, okay? Again, the key thing is to keep the tension over here, bringing the torso up, the legs at the same time. Very good. Feeling it? Great. The key thing, again, you know, we all have different strength levels, so if you can do more repetitions, great. If you can only do 10, that's great too. The key thing that I want you to focus is really on keeping that tension in the abdominal muscles, okay? That's what this is all about, all right? And with time, you're going to get the endurance and the strength to be able to do more repetitions, right? So let's show another set of the leg raise and crunch over here for people to really get this exercise. Gonna bring the legs up and crunch, bring them down and crunch. Couple things I want you to notice is that The level that you bring it up is really individual. She feels the contraction best when she brings the legs up to that angle. That's fine. Me personally, when I do it, I bring the legs up a little bit higher, but like I said, it's a little bit of a personal choice. The key thing is to keep the tension here. And the other thing that I want you to notice is that she doesn't throw her legs down to the floor and rest them there. She keeps constant tension by not allowing the feet to go all the way to the floor, all right? Another thing to keep in mind is that there's a few ways that you can put the hands. You can put the hands like this behind your ears. There you go. And you can do the exercise like that. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, so if you're just getting started, refrain from using this sort of position, because what happens is that if you don't have enough strength, a lot of people in that case are simply going to start hyperextending the neck, and that's not something that I want you to do. If you're just a beginner, I want you to cross your arms and the torso. So can you please cross the arms for me to show them? There you go. Excellent. And that makes it a little bit easier for you to do the movement. So that's the leg raise and crunch exercise, and I really would like you to give it a try. I think you would love it.
It burns.
Going to the next exercise now. Next exercise we're going to talk about is the abdominal crunch. The abdominal crunch is a very simple exercise that a lot of people do incorrectly, and that's the reason why they don't get the results that they need to be getting. Very simple. There are a couple of ways that you can do this exercise actually. You can do it with the legs on the floor like this with a slight bend on the knees, or you can do them with the legs up in the air, exactly, crossed like that, or with the feet straight. Either way, you can do it that way. So for more advanced people, you can do it with the feet up. For beginners, you can do it with the feet like this. And then also there are a couple of ways that you can have your hands, actually 3 ways. The first way is like that. You want to go ahead and cross your forearms. You want to cross the arms and then do it that way. The other way is with the arms behind. Very good. And the third way is with the hands by the side.
Me personally, when you're a woman, you just take your underwear and you move.
There you go. And that works perfectly. Again, keep in mind to keep the constant tension in the abdominal muscles, and the only thing that is moving, okay, is the torso, and you're not bringing the lower back up, okay? The lower back stays right where it's at right there, just in continuous contact with the floor, and the only thing that is moving is the upper torso. Because keep in mind that the function of the abs is just to bring the torso closer to the hips, okay? Easy enough? Perfect. Is that burning or what?
A little, right? If it's doing good, you have to burn.
There you go. You're gonna do the more advanced version now?
Do you want to show it?
Yeah. There we go. More advanced version. Legs up. Perfect. Exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down. And that's something that's going to be always constant. It's not just with the abdominal exercises, but as you're doing the force, you're going to simply exhale, and then when you're going back to the starting position, you're going to inhale, okay? Excellent. Great job, Cecile. Now we're moving to the next exercise, which is going to be the leg raises. Now we're going to do the leg raises, and the leg raises are very simple to do. Just basically start laying down with your whole body stretched like this. Put your arms by the side. Then you're just going to bring the legs up. Bring them up. There you go. Bring them down. Bring them up again. Bring them down. Keeping constant tension on the muscle. As you can see, she's not going all the way down. She brings it all the way up over here. Perfect. She goes a little bit higher now than when she did the crunch and leg raise combination, simply because since she's not crunching the body, it allows her to go a little bit closer over here it allows her to get a good contraction in this manner. When she's doing the crunch, she gets a better contraction much earlier. Excellent. You feeling it yet? Great job. Notice that she keeps a constant tempo, constant tension in the muscle. She's not resting the legs at the bottom. Great job, Cecile.
Thank you.
Next exercise is going to be the knee-ins. The knee-ins is a great exercise to work the lower abs, and you're also going to get some involvement of the upper abs as well. And the way to start is just basically to have the arms on the side like this in order to support your torso. Legs extended out. You're going to bring them a little bit up, and you're going to start the movement. You're going to bring the knees towards your torso, okay? There we go. 3, 4. Exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way back. Excellent. You can also do it at a slower tempo as well. That way you'll do less repetitions, but you're still getting a great contraction on the abdominal wall. Perfect. How are you doing there?
I'm good. I can see it.
Very good. Excellent. Again, the key thing here is to just keep constant tension on the muscle, keep those repetitions coming, and make sure that the repetitions are performed through their full range of motion, okay? Perfect. Now we're going to do another exercise which is called the modified V-ups. With the modified V-ups, what we're going to do is that we're going to try to simulate this movement with the torso and with the legs, okay? So now we start by supporting the torso with the arms slightly behind. Then we're going to get the legs in the starting position, and there we go. So you notice we're bringing both the torso and the legs together in a V fashion. Reason why it's called V-ups. And the reason it's called modified is because she's helping herself a little bit with the arms behind. But if you're strong enough, you can actually do it without the arms when you're strong enough. And as you get more advanced, this is a full V-up right there. Next exercise we're going to do hits all of the abdominal wall. This exercise is the best exercise out there because MRI studies show that every single fiber of the abdominal wall is activated with it. It's a little bit complicated, okay, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes pretty simple. So let's try it out. It's a bicycle crunch. Basically, we start like this, and then just like if you're pedaling, you're going to do that movement over here on the legs. Then you're going to bring your elbows close to every single opposite knee. There's no need to touch the knee. The key thing that I want you to do here is to just focus on the movement, okay? If you cannot do a whole bunch of repetitions, that's fine. I just really want you to feel that contraction, to put that muscle under tension, and just to get the good repetitions that you need to get in order to get the results that you're looking for. Next exercise we're going to show is the ball crunches. Ball crunches require this piece of equipment which you can get at any sports store. Costs around $20 basically, and it's just basically a ball that you just fill up with air. And the key thing with this ball is that it allows you to do the full range of motion that your abs can do, which is slightly below parallel, okay? The floor only allows you to go to parallel, but in reality, when you look over here, your abs are able to go and stretch out all the way to where your torso is slightly below parallel. And the ball allows you to do that full range of motion. Here we have the abdominal crunch performed on the ball. Believe it or not, she's working really hard over here because with her legs, she has to stabilize her whole body, which creates a static contraction on the lower abs. And then, of course, she's moving through a much higher range of motion than she could do on the floor. This is an excellent exercise for more advanced athletes. Very good. Those are all the ways that you can do it. And as a matter of fact, that makes an excellent tricep also, because you can keep repping it out. Great job, Cecile. One last exercise that I want to show you that hits the side abs over here is the twisting crunch. And with the twisting crunch, what we're going to be doing is the same motion that we do with the bicycle crunches, but without moving the legs. And of course, we're doing this twisting crunch on the ball. It can also be done on a flat surface, but again, the ball allows you to hit the full range of motion that the abdominals were designed for. So if you do your training at home, I definitely recommend getting one of these balls over here. Very good. Exhale on the way up. Excellent. Keep that constant tension. Beautiful. There you go. Which makes it look easy. Great job.